Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. I know you. Hi, everybody. Monday. Oscar Monday. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a seat. Let's get started. Happy Oscar Monday, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. The weather, I gotta tell you, we are going to be all very excited when the weather finally turns. It's this. I said this earlier, and people are like, "Please don't mention it," but I'm going to. The weather. I can't wait for spring. I want this to be over so bad. I just need a little bit of sunshine and some vitamin D. She is my sunshine, though. I'm instantly feeling better. Give it up for Shane Wells, everybody. Hello, Shane.
Hello.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I was just, though, thinking about your comment. The Twins opener is like 4 weeks away, and it's just really hard to imagine right now.
Is it really?
That they're going to be playing baseball.
Is it
yeah,
4
it's like
weeks
March
away,
23rd
really?
or something.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Okay, well, that makes sense. So the audience is like, say something.
Process.
No, that makes me feel a little bit better because it really, I think it's starting to take a toll. And I know, and it's just been one of those mornings where that's gotten me down. And then the Oscars, oh, wait, you'll see. Oh, yeah, you'll see.
No.
Yeah. You'll see momentarily. I was telling our executive producer, Jeff, I'm not checking emails today at all because I think everybody is going to be on one side of the Oscar argument and I'm going to be on the other. And yeah.
Wait, hold your applause. You don't know what side he's on.
You're not going to like me either at the end of this. Yeah. I know you're going to disagree with me, and that's all right. And then, the great gray suit shoe debate continued over the weekend. Yeah. Now, I know I didn't do so. If you didn't see the show on Friday, Aaron's laughing because here's the deal. This is proof. People email. You never really know what's going to set someone off or bother someone. Like sometimes the plant bothers people.
Or your pencils.
Or my pencils. If there were. But this, I got 3 emails and then 2 more over the weekend saying that I should not wear brown shoes basically at all. Now the TV makes this suit look weird. This is like a steel blue, and people want me to wear like just black shoes. That's all they want me to wear. I checked again with 2 more people in the fashion industry, and they gave me permission to wear brown shoes with a gray suit. They said, yeah, but people hate it when I do that. And so what am I doing today? Not on purpose. I'm wearing my brown shoes again, and I know. Sorry. I know.
You're not sorry, though.
I am kind of, because it cracks me up, what upsets people. So if it bothers you, I'm sorry, but I check. I do, I check with people that know things. I'm basically Garanimals. Tell me the giraffe suit goes with the giraffe tie, and you know what I mean? Anyway, so if this upsets you, I'm very, very sorry. You're only going to get more upset as the show goes on, because let's get started, everybody. It is time for the hot dish. Here we go. I'm just trying not to upset people this week. I guess I'm not doing a good job. Here we go. The Oscars, as you know, were last night, and there's one moment that everyone was waiting for, and everyone is still talking about this morning. What is it? Look at this.
In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, we're far from the shallow now.
That face. Chills.
I'm pregnant now.
You're not the only one.
Pregnant. I feel like I had Nook. I literally, it's like they had relations and they never touched each other.
Didn't it feel like you weren't supposed to be watching that moment?
Yes.
Kind of like.
That was really, That was intense. And you know who I feel bad for is Bradley Cooper's
girlfriend.
Is it girlfriend or fiance? I think it's fiance. Is it?
Girlfriend,
I
I think.
Either one. Anyway, the woman he's with, I feel bad for her because well, look at the internet today. Everyone is talking about these two. That must be, no matter how confident she is in their relationship, that has to be difficult for her. And I feel bad for her. I do.
The other side to this, and Keith Marler, Fox 9 Morning News, said this morning that maybe she was the one that set this up, and she's seeing the dollar signs just clicking for their family right now.
Oh, well, yeah, because
they
are probably acting a little bit. I think there is genuine love between those two. But again, they are actors. They know how to work it, but I don't know if that was acting when they sat at that piano next to each other.
And how do you follow that up, either of them?
You don't.
With your next role?
You don't. You just retire.
You're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
That song also earned Lady Gaga the Oscar for Best Original Song. This was the moment. This was a great speech. She talked about how, it's not really about winning. It's not even about getting knocked down. She says all of this is really about, life is really about persevering when you do get knocked down and getting back up. And I thought that was a really good message with her speech. I love her. I thought she looked amazing last night. Yeah. Okay. Here's where 75% of America is going to disagree with me. Next on the dish, as you guys know, the Oscars was a hostless event, but the first presenters of the night stuck around long enough to pretend like they were hosting. Look at this.
Again, we are not your hosts this year, but if we had hosted, it probably would have gone like this.
I'm Freddie Mercury.
Well, I'm the wife. Buster Scruggs, I hardly know her.
Hey, that's a good one. Hey, Chadwick Boseman, what kind of plans you got later?
These Spanx are so tight, they've entered my Spider-Verse.
I'm Sam Elliott from Sam Elliott Mustache Wax.
Roma's on Netflix. What's next? My microwave makes a movie.
Yeah, that's Tina Fey, Maya Rudolph, and Amy Poehler doing what they do best. I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to drop it. I didn't love this broadcast. I didn't love the show. I did not. Oh, okay. Most of the people in my life and most of you watching probably didn't miss a host, probably thought it was great. I got to tell you, and I was trying to finger away because I have 3.5 hours on the radio show to talk about this. I got to bottom line it here. This is what I felt like I was watching. I felt like I was watching a chicken processing conveyor belt. Like I felt like I was watching a production line. The producers were and look, I know what you're gonna call me on this. You're gonna say I'm a hypocrite because I spent 7 months complaining that they needed to bring down the time of the broadcast, and you would be right. But I am now realizing that I was wrong, that instead of complaining about the time, or I'm saying, trying to bring down the time of the broadcast, in my opinion, cut short of moments. Because here's a perfect example of what I mean. Let me try to articulate this a little bit better. It is Monday. There was a moment after the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga thing, and the producers went to commercial. Girl, they were done, and it was like, let's see a Velveeta mac and cheese commercial. I mean, it was, what we missed was they got a great standing ovation, and I saw people tearing up, and it would have strengthened that moment. It was already great, but in the effort to streamline that show, I think we lost some magic. Now, not so much the host. I did miss a host because the good thing about a host is if there's a horrible moment, which we will show you at the end, a host serves a great function to turn that bad moment into something great and run with it for that whole show. I felt like it was very rat-a-tat-tat. Okay, next award, next award, next award. I didn't like it. It felt unmagical to me. Shane?
I felt the magic.
Okay, good.
I liked
yeah.
it. No, I didn't miss a host at all. And now that the ratings are like up, will they do it again next year? Or do you think they go back to the host?
Oh, you found out?
I saw an article that said that the ratings were really good.
Oh, okay,
actually.
good. Okay,
yeah.
Well,
I hope I didn't just make that up.
No, I get it.
Everyone's looking at me like, what?
There were some good things about not having a host, but I just felt it was very, I was watching a conveyor belt. Oh, they are up? Okay, They are up from last year, so that's good, but I don't know. I miss a host to weave those moments, and anyway. Next in the dish, one of the most well-known directors of the last 30 years finally got the recognition he deserved. Spike Lee took home the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay for his film, BlacKkKlansman. Look at this.
David Rabinowitz and Kevin Wilmot. It's the first win and 5th nomination for Spike Lee.
My grandmother's name is Sheldon Retha, who lived to be 100 years young, who was a Spelman College graduate, even though her mother was a slave. My grandma, who saved 50 years of Social Security checks to put her first grandchild, she called me Spiky Poo. She put me through Morehouse College and NYU grad film.
Yeah. Spike was one of the few that got a little controversial, or I guess you'd call it political. A lot of people kind of stayed away from that, but Spike, when he after Barbra Streisand introduced him and mentioned Brooklyn, and he shouted from the audience, that was a good moment. The movie, if you don't know, follows an African-American detective in Colorado Springs who sets out to infiltrate and expose the local chapter of the Ku Klux Klan. Spike Lee's last nomination, came in 1998. It's been a long time for his documentary film, Four Little Girls. So I'm glad he's one of those that should have gotten it many, many years ago. So I'm glad, yeah. Now, as for the winner of the night, Rami Malek, who played Freddie Mercury, won the Best Actor award. He and Christian Bale were the front runners. And after accepting the award, listen to this. I didn't know about this until this morning. Rami actually fell off the stage, everyone. Yeah, he was treated by paramedics. He's doing fine, though, and was seen popping bottles at the after parties.
Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah. A big shocker came with the Best Actress award. Glenn Close had swept the category in basically every award show leading up to the Oscars. And she appeared to have the Oscar in the bag, but no, it went to Olivia Colman for her role in The Favorite. That means Glenn is now 0 for 7 at the Oscars. Yeah, that was I was so conflicted because Olivia Colman's speech was one of my favorites, and it was hard not to like her. But I wanted Glenn Close to, right, Shane?
I love that she even felt wrong being up there over Glenn Close.
I know.
Yeah.
But she was so charming.
Yeah.
Anyway, finally, Best Picture was also a bit of a surprise. Green Book. Look at Julia Roberts, who looked fantastic last night. Green Book took home the award, their third of the night. And that's getting a little bit of controversy. Google it if you want to know about it. I want to stick with happy stuff. Lots more to come, everybody. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us. Coming up. Oh, that Taylor Swift. She's a sweetheart. See the surprise T pulled off for a newly engaged couple. Then, what's it like getting the A-listers ready for the Academy Awards? Well, the owners of Frenchie's Nail Salon knows the drill. He just got back after spending some quality time with Oscar winner Regina King. We are getting the behind-the-scenes scoop just ahead. And let me tell you, we need comfort food with this weather, right, friends? Well, the chef from Lavoya inside the new Intercontinental at the airport will join us live to show us how to make some good old clam chowder. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, on Mondays we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Audience, give it up for Charles from TMZ. Hello. Hi, Charles.
What's going on, Jason? How you doing?
Oh, doing well. First up, we got to ask, what's the latest on the Jussie Smollett case?
There are a lot of developments in Jussie Smollett, including the fact that the superintendent there in Chicago, the police superintendent, might have overstepped, might have gotten out over his skis, as they say, when he said very directly during that news conference, and he said that that Jussie had paid the brothers $3,500 and that they have a check to show this, that he paid $3,500 for the attack. Well, we actually got a copy of that check, and there are a bunch of notes on it that certainly make it seem like that is not what Jussie paid them for, that he was paying them for training. Specifically, it was a 5-week nutrition plan. We also got a hold of some texts between Jussie and one of the brothers, Abel, where they're laying out a 5-week nutrition plan because Jussie needed to lose 20 pounds and get ripped for a music video, and the $3,500 was specifically $600 a week for the workout plan and then $100 per week for his nutrition plan. There were details about what he was supposed to eat. So it certainly seems that the brothers, their story is going to be that that money was for training, not for the attack. Now, this doesn't mean that Jussie didn't stage the attack. It's just that that $3,500 check that the police are holding up as great evidence may not hold up in court.
Yeah. Next up, the creator of The Bachelor floating the idea that Khloe Kardashian could be the next Bachelorette. And the family is not taking this rumor very well.
You got to hand it to Mike Fleiss, the Bachelor creator, who saw an opportunity to get some publicity because everyone's talking about Khloe breaking up with Tristan after catching him cheating again. So Mike Fleiss floated out there that he's in negotiations with the Kardashians to have Khloe be the next Bachelorette. Kim immediately went off on him and said this is ridiculous. She actually posted a text message between herself and her mother where her mother said, LOL, no, I'm not talking to him about that. We would never do that. Khloe is also really ticked off and has threatened to sue, saying that I'm not clickbait, Mike Fleiss. So if you're going to use my personal situations to try and publicize your show, you're going to get sued.
Ooh, wow.
He took his chance, took a shot, at getting some publicity, but Khloe's not having it.
No, but again, but Charles, you know this, but it's still a win-win for him because here you and I are talking about this show again. You know what I mean?
Still talking about it.
Yeah.
Right. But I think the ultimate win for him, let's face it, would be actually landing Khloe to be the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
But not going to happen.
No. Finally, Taylor Swift gave a newly engaged couple quite the surprise. What did she do?
Yeah, apparently Taylor has some relationship with a guy named Alex Goldschmidt. Alex and Ross Gerard were having their engagement party, and Alex announced to the crowd, he said, this was just at a tavern in Hollywood. He said, I have a friend, Taylor, who's going to come by and sing for us. And everyone's like, oh, great. And then later, Taylor Swift walks in with her guitar. Nobody thought when he said Taylor, it would be Taylor Swift. But she serenaded the couple, sang her song King of My Heart for them. And everyone had a great time. Like, no one was expecting this. I guess if you come in and you say you have a friend named Taylor and you don't say Taylor Swift, who's going to think that it's Taylor Swift?
Absolutely. Charles, have a good week. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you, Charles from TMZ. You can watch TMZ on TV. Check your local listings. You can also follow them on social media to search for, very easy, TMZ. And while you're at it, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just search for Jason Show TV. Still ahead, everybody, the local salon that got an Oscar-winning, I love saying that, got an Oscar-winning actress ready for the biggest day of her life is here to give us the scoopage. We'll be right back on this Monday morning. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back. We're sending some positive thoughts today to a Minneapolis restaurant that we featured many times on the show. And it's special for me because I know the owner. She's been here many times. Young Joni in northeast Minneapolis is closed after a fire yesterday. Flames were spotted in the attic. Here's a little bit of video from our station, Fox 9. Fire was spotted in the roof and attic of the restaurant. Luckily, firefighters were able to knock down the flames, and everyone inside made it out safely. Ann has announced that the restaurant will be closed until further notice while officials investigate what caused the fire and kind of figure out the whole thing. I just want to say, I have several people in my life that are in the restaurant business. I know Ann. We featured her here. She's an amazing businesswoman and even a better human being. So I'm just sending some positive thoughts to Ann, the crew, and the staff. And we just hope they get back open very, very soon. So the best wishes to Ann Kim. Now, speaking of restaurants, I just wanted to talk to you for a minute and share a little thing that happened over the weekend. And that is I attended a memorial service for a friend also known in the restaurant business here locally. And it made me think about appreciation. You may have heard me mention comments a couple weeks ago when my friend John Jacklin passed away. John was there's my buddy right there. John was the director of operations at Smack Shack. And for those of you who know me, you know, Smack is in my neck of the woods. I was with Smack. I did a piece on them right at the very beginning when they were still a food truck. And I've been a fan of theirs ever since. And John was everything to that restaurant. I always love watching someone who's good at something. I love watching them do it. And John was the maestro of that restaurant. And John suddenly passed away at the age of 47. And the reason I'm talking to you about this today is yesterday there was a beautiful, we'll call it a celebration at the restaurant at Smack Shack. And the whole time I'm standing there, and I know this seems cornball and a little squishy, but I think you'll agree with me, and I hope you'll take something out of this. The reason I'm sharing this with you is because as I was standing there looking at hundreds of people, and by the way, John would love that hundreds of people were there yesterday. I was looking at the hundreds of people at this restaurant, remembering John, laughing about John, crying about John. And the thing that struck me, that stayed with me through the entire night, and as I'm sitting here, I'm inches from crying, is because everybody that I was watching was telling people that they love each other. And the staff at the Smack Shack, who they're so close, friends of John, everyone was kind of sharing what they meant to other people. And it made me think that John was a 47-year-old man who had a phone full of plans. He had things to do this week probably, and he was gone like that. And it made me really, really step away from that. And it was a good kick in the pants that if you have someone in your life that you haven't said I love you to recently, or you have something to say to that person, I know it's a cliche, but my God, when you're done watching this show, pick up the damn phone and call them and tell them what they mean to you. Because I said it on this show the day that I found out John passed, and I'll say it again. I would give, I think about two things. I have no regrets in my life. I'm going to be a really happy old man in Sunset Acres with my rice pudding, because I've had a really good life. But two things two things I regret. One, I wish I had one more little cocktail with John so I can tell him what joy that he brought me, because I have to admit, I didn't do that. I never looked at John. We had a fun relationship. I never said, John, I love you. And then my grandma, too, the grandma that I always talk about, which is the reason I'm sitting here. Grandma Mazak nurtured my love of TV, and I lost her before any of this happened. And my God, I would knock 10 years off my life if I had 2 minutes to give her a call and say thank you and I love you. So please, if there's someone like that in your life, call them today. Thank you. There we go. Still ahead, everybody. Now this is a transition. This is a transition to make. You ready? We're going from talking about sadness to clam chowder. That's right. Only on this show. Coming up, it's National Clam Chowder Day, and we have some good chowder in the house. But next, Regina King won the first Oscar of the night. How a local company, yes, a local company, helped her look fabulous. And then Taraji P. Henson stars in the film What Men Want. But what did producer Ted think of it? He'll give his thoughts because America loves Ted. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Well, you know this. Hollywood's biggest night was yesterday. Yeah, it was the Oscars. And it takes a lot to get the stars' red carpet ready. Our next guest knows just a thing or two about that. From Frenchie's Modern Nail Care in Woodbury, and Chanhassen. Give it up from a good friend, Ryan, everybody. Hello!
Good morning.
Okay, now go through. You didn't go to this particular adventure, but your crew did. So who did your crew help this time?
We had the beautiful Regina King.
Now Academy Award, we can say that.
This is our third time working with her for this award show season. The Emmys, the Globes, and the Oscars. She won all three.
And so your nails are her good luck charm.
We're almost to our EGOT. Now we just need the Tony.
Exactly. Okay, right, because I say this every time you're on. We will never get to do what you do. So take me, even though you didn't do this one, you know the drill. You know what your staff does. So take us through this day. When does it start? Give me the bullet points. What happens on Oscar Day with Regina King?
Even the prep, that's where we have a lot of our upfront work because we don't really know. what dress she's going to wear when we're packing up our kit because we have to fly out.
Wait. When you're boarding the plane, Regina still hasn't told you, or her, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
It's not like Regina's calling going, but her people have not told your crew what she's wearing.
Yeah, we didn't know what color. We didn't know what was happening. So it's like every polish in the world is
me,
in
doesn't
our
it all?
kit.
That really surprises me, okay?
Because you never know. Sometimes there's last minute changes.
Yeah.
They've got multiple options. But her dress was
stunning.
Incredible.
That slit. I was like, look at Regina.
Yeah.
Hello,
Goodbye,
227?
Angelina, and
Yes.
hello, Regina.
Yeah. So the prep.
Yeah, so we have all that stuff that we've got to pack up, put in baggies. As we discovered last time we went for the Globes and our kit went missing and things exploded. You just have to be extra prepared.
Yes.
So we're there. Ray got in the night before, unpacked, made sure everything was ready, and then it's showtime. You get there, and it is craziness.
Now, when you say crazy, so again, here's some photos that Ryan gave us. So you are in this room. Are you guys, is the glam crew all together on this day?
Yeah. It's all at once.
It's all at once.
Ray, we did a mani and pedi, so Ray's sitting on the floor.
Ray is
Ray is
on
our
your
nail
staff. Yeah,
specialist.
okay.
Yep. So they're pulling her hair back and putting makeup on, and everyone's moving around each other, and the stylist and the publicist and the photographer. It's a lot of people in a hotel room.
I'm just that all of it. It's like a freeway.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, how long does the whole process take?
It takes a few hours,
Okay.
especially once they've got the hair and makeup mostly done. They finish the nails, but the nails have to dry, and then they put the dress on. So everyone is just waiting for that moment. They have to do any last-minute alterations.
Now, you used to be a publicist, so you know this. So when your crew is helping Regina King, now is the decisions done by her, or are you guys taking orders from like her stylist?
It's a little bit of, it's a combination of both.
Okay.
This one we got some inspiration images before, but again, we didn't totally know what she was going to wear. So there was some very different inspiration images. So we're just prepared for all of it. But they sort of lead the charge and let us know. And the stylist, I think, ultimately is going to make the real decisions.
Yeah. On that one.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll take that one. I asked you this before, but people missed it. I want her to be fantastic. Please tell me that Regina King is fantastic.
She is so sweet.
Okay, thank
Just
you.
down to earth.
Yeah.
And yesterday, her mom and her sisters and her son, they were all there, and her mom got to go to the show with her. And she's just delightful.
Where were you last night? Were you watching last night?
Every single second.
Okay, so I love this because it's your company. When her name is called and she won the Academy Award, and it was the first one out of the gate.
First one.
I actually did think about you because I knew that you were working on Regina. What did you do?
Oh my, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I sent a message to everyone on our team on Slack. I text Ray, who was out there, and because she was at the airport waiting to board her flight. So it was like, we've got to fill her in.
So is Regina standing there, and act like this is the Oscar, is Regina standing there with the Oscar, are you looking at her nails?
Not even that. Like when she was with Ryan Seacrest before, every moment, and she's real good. I mean, she was on the carpet like this, and she
knows how to
she
show
does
the
well
nails?
for us.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
She's showing the nails at
And
all
she
the
always
time.
makes sure to tag us. Not everyone does. And she always makes sure to tag Frenchies when we do her nails. So she's just lovely.
We'll have Ryan back on to say who doesn't tag them all the time. Yeah, no, I'm just joking.
There is that too.
Yeah, because you work on the regular with Regina, and then who else?
Rachel Brosnahan we've worked with 3 times as well. We've worked with Kesha 3 times here in the Twin Cities. Ingrid Michaelson, Adina Menzel. It's sort of a wide-ranging group.
And final quote, we have like 30 seconds. You also, we can't say the name of the show or the FCC will get us in trouble, but a lot of you over the weekend went to see the cast of Blank Creek with Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy. You worked with some of the cast as well.
Yeah, we had a
at this
couple of
event.
them out at the studio in Chanhassen this weekend. They got manis and pedis and facials. Just a relaxing moment before the show.
How were they?
We're best friends.
Yeah,
like
they're
literally,
amazing, yeah.
Emily Hampshire and I are like real best friends now. I love her.
Don't tell Julia. Don't tell
I
Julia.
know.
Yeah. Right, everybody from French's Modern Nail Care. Go see them in Woodbury and Chanhassen. Follow them on social media. They have a great social media presence as well. Still ahead, did y'all know it's National Clam Chowder Day, and we've got a new restaurant in the house to show us how to make it. But next, you love them, we love them, America loves them. Producer Ted caught the latest Taraji P. Henson movie over the weekend. What does he think about what men want? We'll chat about that when we come back. Stay with us. Can't talk today.
Two grand.
Little lady, what you doing at the big boys' table, huh?
I'm missing Real Housewives.
I smell toast. Am I having a stroke? Wait, I have toast in my pocket. Whew.
Come on, somebody say they love Shark Tank?
I'll raise you another 3. Statistically, I've got 12 outs, 2 streets to come. Pretzels are delicious.
Welcome back, everybody. That is a clip from the movie What Men Want, where Taraji P. Henson hangs with some of the biggest stars in sports and can hear all of their thoughts. It's gotten mixed reviews so far, but we wanted to know where producer Ted stands on the movie, and that means, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for America Loves Ted. And joining us from the control room, America's favorite producer, Ted. Hello, Ted.
Hello, Jason.
Okay, Ted, let me ask you first up. Have you seen the Mel Gibson version, What Women Want?
Yes.
Okay. So
I thought that movie was funny-ish. It was okay.
Okay. So what's the basic plot of this? Is it similar? I would imagine so.
So it's basically the reverse of it. So Taraji P. Henson is a sports agent in a firm of all guys. A lot of testosterone in the boardroom. She brings in all these clients, but does not make partner. So the whole movie is basically she's trying to get bigger A-list top talent, basketball players. And how does she do it? Well, she somehow figures out, drinks some potion, and then becomes able to hear what men think.
And I hear, because it's dealing with sports, there's a Timberwolf that's in the movie?
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns. And here's the thing, with these, sometimes sports players, they make these cameos and they're not very good. He was actually pretty good.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How did it compare to the Mel Gibson version?
I thought this was better than the Mel Gibson version.
Wow.
Yeah, I think because she was really funny. She was really funny. And some of the reviews are, it's kind of up and down, but she's funny. Tracy Morgan's funny. I mean, Tracy Morgan is always funny.
Yeah.
You got Shaquille O'Neal, as you saw there. It's ridiculous. It's predictable, but not totally predictable. It's not a total, we know how this is going to play out.
The other critics, what was their beef? I mean, it's not an Academy Award-winning movie. It's What Men Want. What are people looking for?
I think they're looking for an Academy Award-winning movie. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what you would expect from a movie where she's listening to men's inner thoughts.
Yeah.
This is not. She's not going to be at the Oscars next year for this. But,
No. Was it busy in the auditorium, or were you basically the only person in there?
I went on a Saturday at about 3, thinking that I was going to be by myself because this has been out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But it was pretty full, and people were laughing. People loved it. Good reaction.
Don't you love it, Ted, when you go into a theater and you think you're going to be all by yourself, and then you're all by yourself, and then the next 2 people walk in, and where do they sit? Right next to you.
Right next to you. And they're talking, and they're, honey, you're peanuts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And who has peanuts in a movie? But that's okay, Ted. Give it up for Ted, everybody. What Men Wants is in theaters right now. We're tasting some clam chowder because we need some comfort food with this winter, believe me. And we're going to get some when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We have moved into the kitchen. When it's cold and snowy outside, many of us, we just want to stay inside. We want to watch TV. We want to eat some comfort food. And soup is perfect for a cold winter day like this. It really, I think the audience and I are going to go for some after this. And here to share the secret to a perfect bowl of clam chowder is the executive chef at La Voya inside the brand new Intercontinental Hotel in MSP. Give it up for Chef John, everybody. Hello, John.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm well. You lifted up the lid just as we were coming on the air.
Exactly.
So bottom line, what, in your opinion, is it the quality of the clam? Is it the cream base? What is your secret to a great clam chowder?
Let me tell you, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm from New England.
Oh, well, that's the secret.
That's the secret.
You get a chef that's from New England. Yeah.
No, it is. It's about the quality of the ingredients and not skimping on them, not getting too thick. Too many chowders are so thick and so almost gummy. This is nice. It's light. It's rich, but it's not too heavy.
I was going to ask you, being from New England, what's the thing that offends New Englanders off the most when they go to other parts of the country? How do other people mess it up? Is it the too creamy,
it's just too thick. It's too chunky, and there's no clams in it. Where are the clams?
Yeah.
Where are the clams?
Where are the clams?
So as you can see, I mean, this is, I start with a lot of clams. So I'm doing our little twist on it, and this is I'm giving this the Lavoie twist. Lavoie, we're a French Canadian. Minnesotan brasserie, and so I wanted to give it a sort of a Minnesota twist.
Okay.
Being a New England guy, so I got the base. I've got a lot of clams. I've got my garlic and my bay leaf, and to that I'm going to add some clams that we smoked we hot smoked the clams.
Oh.
And so we're going to leave the bacon out.
Yeah.
We'll keep the bacon out. Keep this fish pescatarian, but add the smoked clams. I've got some.
Now let me stop here. If people are watching this and they want to try to make this at home, not quite the way you're doing it.
Sure.
In Minnesota, where do you find some good clams? Like, is it okay to use frozen ones, or?
So no, of course it's okay to use frozen clams. I mean, frozen clams are they're high quality.
Okay.
Most of the time they're pre-cooked. It takes an extra step out for you.
Okay.
But Fortune Fish in Minneapolis and St. Paul, fantastic quality, always good. That's who I tell people to go to. So to that, I'm going to add some mussels. I'm going to add some mussels and some smoked lake trout, some smoked superior lake trout, just to give it a Minnesota flair. As you can see, it's just chock full of fish.
So again, the traditional New England would not have the trout.
In a fish chowder, you would haddock or flounder or something like that. But in this case, we're in Minnesota. We're going to do some smoked trout.
We're going to Minnesota it up.
Minnesota it up.
Yeah.
We're going to chef it up a little bit. I've got some sauté salsify, which is
what is that?
Salsify. It's a root vegetable, also called the oyster plant. And again, coming from a high-end restaurant, we want to add a little something that makes it unique.
Make it chefy.
But chefy it up a little bit, right?
You're going to chefy it up a little bit.
Chefy it up a little bit. But we don't need that. That's not necessary. We're going to hit it with a little bit of white wine. We're going to give that a couple minutes. I'm going to hit that with a little fish. This is a little mussel stock or clam stock, which there's several high-quality brands out there that you can purchase, or you can make it yourself by putting your clams in a pot, adding a little white wine, add a little onion, put a lid on it, and let them pop open, and then all the liquor, we call it liquor, the clam liquor in the bottom of the pot, save that.
Is that what it's really called? Clam liquor?
Clam liquor, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right, audience? I like I like that term. The clam liquor. Okay.
Super clammy, but you don't get any of the liquor benefits.
Darn.
And then to that, we're gonna add some cream. Now I'm not gonna thicken this. I'm not gonna add any oyster crackers or anything like that. I would let that go for just a few more minutes.
That's all the cream you add?
That's it.
See, because I know sometimes I steer away from the clam chowder because it's overly, but that's not a lot of cream.
No, it should be brothy. It should be creamy without being thick and heavy.
So this is, when I think of clam, this is how I haven't eaten, I guess, a good clam chowder most of my life. But when I think of clam chowder, I think of it being a little thicker than this. But this is okay. This is what we're looking for.
Well, if you want it thicker, you can certainly make it thicker.
No, I love this. I'm learning something new. Okay.
But this, I think you can have. It's really, what is it about? It's clams. You want it. It's all about the clams.
Yes.
And so.
That's a lot of clams too.
Yeah, well, this is a family portion.
Yeah. Yes. Or the crew. We'll just feed the entire crew. Okay. So this is about the consistency that you want it.
This is the consistency that I like it. I mean, if I'm going to make a clam chowder, because you can get a thick, chunky clam chowder anywhere. But
now, while we're plating this up, I want to tell you, Lavoie is inside the brand new Intercontinental at MSP. It's the first hotel at MSP. We did a little piece on it because it's uber convenient. Like if you are flying out and you are staying there, tell everybody there's like a special going on.
We have a park stay and fly. So stay one night, park with us for free for 3 nights, and we have our rate starting at $179, which is barely more than the cost of the room.
Yeah.
Probably barely more than 3 nights of parking at the airport.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's really, if you have an early morning flight and you do not want to get up early and then drive all the way to the airport and then you're worried about security, we did that one time. We stayed at the hotel, woke up the next morning, walked right through TSA, on the plane.
Or weather,
on the plane, yeah.
Or weather like last night.
Yeah.
You know, people can't get to their destinations, or they're afraid to fly to drive in the day of their flight. Drive in the day before.
Look at that. Get a shot of that, Director Leo. Look at that. That is stunning. What's your favorite other than that? If people want to come visit you, what's your other favorite thing on the menu?
Duck.
Duck?
We have a wonderful, wonderful local Minnesota
I've
duck.
had it, and I don't like duck anywhere, but I'm not just saying this. I liked yours.
It's more like a ribeye than it is like a duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
fun.
wonderful dish.
It's weird for a grown man to look at another grown man and say, I like your duck. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. What do you make that with?
We make that with, it's a farro, which is a whole grain wheat. We treat it like a risotto. It's got some winter squash, some pickled blueberries. It's a very, again, we're Minnesota, we're French, we're somewhere in between, and so we feel really.
You got to come back and make that, because again, I'm not just joking. I do not. I've had duck many different ways.
Yeah.
I never like it. I liked yours. Yeah. Give it up for Chef John, everybody, from Lavoya. And again, Lavoya is located inside the Intercontinental Hotel at MSP International. It's a good little thing. I tell you to stay there. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of our show. This segment will be on it. On YouTube, we post each day's episode along with clips from the show around 1 or 2 o'clock every afternoon. All you have to do is search for The Jason Show and hit that subscribe button. We're going to take a break, everybody. We will be back after these messages. Back after this. Thank you, my friend. That was right.
It is time.
These trailers have been so good. Welcome back, everybody. That is the latest commercial/trailer for The Lion King, Disney's live-action remake, aired last night during the Oscars. It is going to debut this summer. I said this, the original trailer debuted, if you remember, on Thanksgiving night, and I said whoever the marketing person is at Disney deserves an Academy Award, because how brilliant to release that trailer when all the millennials are home, probably in their old bedrooms, and that's the perfect age
Feeling
group for this.
nostalgic, yeah.
And they release this, and now this trailer, all the trailers have been fantastic. I can't wait to see this.
There's no question.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie is going to be amazing.
Oh, it's going to be huge, yeah. Aladdin, a little worried about. I'm
Not as confident, yeah.
No, I'm a little worried, and I love both of them about the same, and I do not want this movie to fail, but Will Smith worries me just a little bit. I don't know. Finally, I said at the top of the show when we talked about the Oscars that, remember the whole controversy about the Academy was going to have some awards given during the commercial breaks, and then they changed their mind and then decided, okay, no, we're going to show all of them. One of the awards that was going to be, one of the categories that was going to be on the commercial breaks, was for makeup and hair. Well, they probably should have just left that one in the commercial, because this is considered the most awkward moment of the Oscars, and it came early in the evening. The Washington Post actually called this the worst acceptance speech in 91 years.
Oh.
This is for hair and makeup. Look at this.
Go ahead. That's you. Read that.
No, I already did.
Oh,
go ahead.
Plan B, Gary Sanchez.
The voting Academy members and our fellow nominees from the UK and Sweden. Thank you.
Christian Bale, you're fantastic. You're so great to work with and create with and everything. Thank you.
Amy Adams, thank you for bringing us up to your level of commitment.
Sam Rockwell and the 150 other SAG members. Great job.
Susan Matheson.
Jeff Waxman and
Jennifer Madeloff.
Jennifer Madeloff.
Our DP, Greg Fraser.
The studio audience is as uncomfortable as we are. I gotta tell you, I get secondhand embarrassment. I am so clenched This is what I look. I am so happy for the winners, and I don't want to be mean at their big moment. But have a meeting. This is what I've been saying. Have a meeting.
Have a plan.
Have a plan. You're winning an Oscar. It's not a Better Business Bureau luncheon. You know what I mean?
Will you read that?
Yeah, no. Have a plan. We got to go. The music's on. Anyway, tomorrow.
Played out.
We're getting played off the show.
It's done.
Bye, everybody. Oh, no. Predicting the Future with the Hollywood Media Plus Ted and Shane recap one of the biggest Bachelor episodes of the season. We got to go. Bye.